So you obviously spent a week on the beach. You got to know some of the couples. Was there anyone who really stood out to you your first couple days there that you were like, this is it? Like, I can see this going like for the long haul here.
Yeah. I really liked Abigail and Noah. I love their story. I just saw a real kind of spark between those. So I'm hoping that they kind of go far. And then of course my couple, Riley and Maurissa. I mean, that was, who knew that was going to go down so quickly, because I didn't know much about her, but I'd seen, knew a good bit about him. But they were, I mean, that date just sparked like no other. It got really awkward at times. And yeah, it is. I could definitely see them getting engaged at the end of this thing.
Listen, we have you to thank, I think, for this initial love story that we were seeing unfold, because you obviously were on that first date with them. You hosted with them. Bits and pieces of it weren't all that romantic. But
a lot of it.
A lot of it. But you could tell right away that they just had this instant connection, the spark, obviously. I think you made a joke about, you're like, where do I look right now? I don't know. You were just obviously sitting there watching them make out. But let's just get into that day with them, because it was hot and heavy, fresh out of the gate. So what made you want to put this fun date with all this crazy food together? And what was it like behind the scenes watching all this unfold?
Well, I definitely didn't put the date together. I wouldn't have chosen animal parts. I would have chosen a way more romantic setting. Because I wanted this to work. Right when I found out what I was doing, I'm like, oh my gosh, like how are they going to kiss? Like, I mean, this is never going to happen. But I was pleasantly surprised that they were such troopers. They loved all the food. But yeah, it was very awkward watching them. I'm sitting there talking to my producer, like, so do I interrupt them? They're like, no, just okay, fine. I'll just sit here, watch for a good 5 minutes. But I knew it was on after the question. I don't know what question to ask, but she was like, yeah, I love to have sex. And he was just like, bam, okay, this is it. Like, you could just tell that they really just wanted to rip each other's clothes off after that moment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was steamy.